Alright, we're gonna wait for people to join. And if no one does, we'll just have to make a video about this. As of now, we are live and waiting for people. Alright, it says we got one person. Oh, we did have one person. No, we don't. Probably should have done this somewhere else. Okay, so we apparently do have somebody watching. Alright, are you talking about this glove? Because if you're talking about this, yes, I did use water for this. Actually, they reshaped this like 3 times. But it's weird. From my monitor, it says we have absolutely no one, which is interesting. So what we're gonna do is wait for more people, if more people choose to join, but right now it says I have no one, which is quite puzzling because there's apparently somebody here. So as of today, we have an explanation, an announcement, and a topic we are going to be talking about. We have 3 gloves with us, and if no one joins, then I'll probably just end it and end up making a long form video about it. Yes, I know you're here, but I don't think anyone else is, to be honest. And from my end, it's still reading 0 people, which I have no idea why. Also, I noticed I've worn the same shirt for the past 4 live streams, counting this one. So I have more clothes than that, but next live stream I will be in a completely different shirt, guaranteed, because I need to prove I have more clothes than this. But as of now, we're just gonna wait to see if more people join, because if not, there's really no point in spending 40 minutes talking about something when I could just make a long form video about it, which is actually what I need to do in the near future. But if people don't join, then we'll just end it. But I do have news, announcement, and explanation, and then a topic that we will talk about on this live stream. Sorry, Paul, which glove is better between the 44 Pro and your new glove? Which one gets my vote? Okay, so good question. Between these two, at first, looks-wise, it was all this one. Easily this one looks-wise. However, since breaking it in, that has completely changed. This glove, since you last saw it, has changed. And sadly, it has not changed for the better. So as of right now, I am a massive fan of Old Glory here, 44 Pro. It just feels amazing. I think it looks amazing, and it's extremely solid for the price. Okay, so we had 3 people, 2 people, 3 people again. Goodness gracious. Okay, so we do have at least some people watching. Feel free to ask questions in the chat right now. We don't have many people. You get your questions in if you want, because I'm gonna be talking a little bit. I say every single live stream that it's gonna be quick, except for the first one. The first one, we just came on and just did this unboxing. It was this glove right here that we did an unboxing about. First ever live stream. If you haven't seen it already, go check it out. But all of them have been over 40 minutes. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining. But yeah, I said the next live stream. This is gonna be a quick live stream because we don't have much to talk about. It ended up being 42 minutes. Live stream after that, 3 minutes. Live stream after that was 46. So I say they're gonna be short, and then they end up taking 40 minutes. I don't think I talk that much, but apparently I do. So for those that did not see the question was which one I pick more, and my definite answer as of now is the 44 Pro. It's just like, it just feels so good breaking. For those that don't know, I go 3 in the pinky. I made a full length video on this, and it just closes almost to the pinky. It's like aggressively past ring and pinky finger, and it just slaps shut. But obviously the palm, heel, whatever you want to call it, there's like multiple names for it. It stays flat, and then we have this thing. So when we have just a little more people, I'm gonna explain what I need to explain. Then I have a short announcement to make. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen it already because I'm pretty sure I made a few posts about it, but I have an announcement. And then we have a topic we're gonna talk about, because I don't wanna just get on a live stream and just kind of talk about things and ask questions, especially since I can put thumbnails on live stream. So I want something for the live stream to be about, so then I can make a thumbnail about it and then have like a title and a topic about it, rather than just like talking on live stream, because that's a lot of what I do. I want a topic. So I have news and an important announcement, but I want to catch people up on this thing. Yabai from Yabai Sports. So if you're new and you've never seen this glove before, I don't blame you, because it's not very popular. There's like 4 videos, long form I want to say, on this. And I think I have like the only shorts made about this thing. So it's rare. It's rare here. I'm not 100% sure where this is made. If you want just to be hammered with information about this glove, check out one of the 2 live streams about it. Either the live stream where I say this brand could be ripping off and scamming people, or the unboxing. You can pick either one, but there's a lot of information about both of these gloves. Both of these gloves, I don't even know what I'm saying, about this glove. There's a lot of information about this glove, because you need to know information before you buy it. This is just a very confusing brand, so I'm not gonna mention the entire controversy about this glove between 2 different owners. Go check out the previous live stream if you want. But I broke this in hoping to go traditional, 2 hinges, and close like between thumb and ring. So to clarify a little bit, this was marketed as an infield glove, infield/utility. So it's a 12-inch. You only see 12 inches either at pitcher or third base. Now, I understand MLB players have their own style, and some people use a 12-inch if they're like extremely tall, other people don't. So I'm not saying you cannot use a 12-inch in the infield. What I'm saying is this is advertised for infield. I broke it in, and it just doesn't feel like it used to. It advertises itself, I believe, as a Japanese glove. Not Japanese style, not Japanese influence, but like this is made for a Japanese market. I'm starting to doubt, highly doubt, that this is a Japanese baseball glove. It just doesn't feel like it should if it was made by a Japanese market. Got another guy saying hi. Hello everybody who has just joined. But like I was saying, traditional, this does not feel good. So if you're a traditional in the infield kind of person, yeah, it feels okay, but like this, like the heel barely wants to stay open. I can almost like force it to like just close with one seam. It feels a lot different, and the shape, let me know if the shape looks a little awkward. You probably won't be able to see it, but the shape is just, yeah, you can't, I don't think you can see it too well. If anyone can see that the shape looks just the slightest bit awkward from, even when you first saw it, let me know. The shape is weird, trust me. It's very weird, and the break-in just kind of like, just disappeared. I broke it in, 2 hinges, it feels the best, 2 in the pinky. Traditional does not feel great, but like, look how small that is. I did not break it in to be that small of a heel. So that's kind of weird, and like this is what it wants to do. The glove naturally wants to close up with a 1 hinge, but you can easily tell it's not really meant to do that. And I can close it 1 hinge like super easy, whereas 2 hinges, I'm like on the verge of forcing it. So that's just what I wanted to catch up with. Yabai Sports is this brand. Then there's Yabai LLC. please, if you, yes, there actually are 2 buys if you're new. I would highly recommend you watch one of my 2 live streams because it's going to be a lot more helpful. You're going to be able to understand everything I'm saying a lot better. Just saying this does not feel as good as when I first got it. And it loosened up. It loosened up not very quickly. Broke it in the first day, was stiff the next day, felt a little bit awkward the 3rd day. Then I think the 4th day felt decent. And then the 5th day was like game day ready. So it took some time, whereas this only took like 3 days. And I could have broken it in sooner had I had the right equipment. I was waiting on condition for this because I didn't have any. This feels amazing for anyone wondering. 44 Pro C2 series. Now, I do want to explain the announcement I have for anyone, if you know anyone that else watches, share the live with them, let them know, because I do have some interesting information, and that is, I have finally set up and started my 2nd channel. So for those that don't know, it's gonna be for like miscellaneous reviews. So if I want to review a pair of batting gloves, or if I have a pair of batting gloves that I think people need to know about, it'll go on that channel. This channel is definitely centered around baseball gloves, so that's what we're gonna keep it as. But if there's like this second-hand glove in the future that's like, there's no point to put on the main channel, it might go on the 2nd channel. It's just gonna be a fun channel full of reviews. I might even bring bats on it, so it's open now if you want to go and head over. I don't have any new videos up yet, and I'm gonna explain why in a second. But if you wanna go over to the channel, just scroll down from the bottom of my original channel that I do all my activities on, and it should be at the bottom. You can just click and go right to it. And if you have any trouble with that, it's just Raptured Reviews. That's the name of the 2nd channel. The handle is also different. So that's like the announcement I wanted to get. I made a few posts about it, but I wanted to just make a live stream to explain. And that is like the announcement I have. So there's gonna be a few videos on there. So there's gonna be like maybe 4 videos. They're all from like back in like July of 2025. They're old videos. Just quick story to explain why. That was actually like my original channel first. I saw somewhere that you should never have shorts and long form videos on the same channel. So I made that channel and posted just millions of videos, but they weren't really helpful videos, and a lot of it was just like not something anyone would really want to watch. So I kept the important videos that actually had importance, and they're on there. So if you've never seen them, you can watch them, but it's like from like back in like July of 2025. So just wanted to clarify that. I mentioned a post about that, but I just said they're all from like a few months ago. So there's that. And now I just need to clarify and explain why I have not like uploaded in like 6, 9, 10 days. Just because I was ill. So I was sick for a matter of days, and it would make it impossible to upload. So that's why. So just so everyone knows, I have not uploaded in what feels like a long time. So I have recovered. That's why I'm doing this live stream, because it's a lot easier to just hop on live stream and explain than to make like a full-fledged video explaining why. So that is why I'm going to start uploading on my 2nd channel and my main channel. And I'm going to get back to uploading on Instagram if you have Instagram as well. That is like the announcement I had for the video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them, because we don't have like a very specific topic to talk about. So if I am correct, this should be a quicker live stream. No promises, because it never is. But we're going to be talking about just like some characteristics that set apart Japanese gloves made for a Japanese market and American gloves made for an American market, whether or not they're made in USA or not. And to begin that, I want to show you this. It's an $80 Mizuno franchise, got it off of Amazon. Only use it if you're not in high school. It shouldn't really be used in high school or anywhere else. But if I close it with 2 hinges, going just 2 in the pinky, not even 3, I want you to look at this heel. That's pretty big, like it's that wide. For comparison, this 44 Pro, which I broke in to have a very wide heel, when I close, it only has like that much. So, in case you did not notice, look at the palm and you'll quickly see there's two lines of lace. It's a double-laced palm. If you're newer to gloves and you don't know what that means, basically this is to help the glove do that. It's supposed to help the palm from like not folding. A quick comparison, because you're not actually supposed to do this with your glove. I can close it with 2 hinges, but I can force the glove to close like with just one like, I don't know even what you would call it. Not like one hinge, but it's like a seam where the glove just kind of folds. I can do that, and you shouldn't do that. I have a glove, it's a softball glove lying around. That would be a prime example. Don't have it, so I'm not gonna get it, but it's like a $30 Walmart like softball glove. However, this glove that is, I wanna say like $30, maybe $40 cheaper, has 2 laces, and it closes very nicely. And this is a soft glove, so it's like extremely soft, but it still closes with 2 distinct hinges. Here's something interesting. Our Yabai from Yabai Sports claims to be a Japanese, authentic Japanese glove located in Japan and made in Japan. Does not have that. There's only one, and you can clearly see it. And I will say, it's easier to manipulate this. Like, I can close it like that rather than like this, if I wanted to. It takes some effort, and I would never recommend anybody does that, but I can do that. So, with that being said, what is the purpose of this? And do only gloves in Japan do this? Well, to start off, gloves made in Japan are just known for this. It's like, if it doesn't have it, it's like, oh wow, this glove doesn't have a double-laced heel, double-laced palm, whatever you want to say. I will say though, some Japanese brands make gloves that just don't have it, but I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not going to give you a definite answer, but I'm pretty sure those gloves are for like younger youth or just to be broken in easier. Because with this, on a high-end glove, it's going to make that entire palm, entire heel a lot stiffer. So that's something you, like, we might want to say like, oh, I want something like that. Well, you just need to keep in mind, it may cause you more time to break in. So just keep that in mind. Whereas something like this is completely common here in the US. I'm not saying gloves are made here in the US with that. I will say though, gloves made for an American market, whether they're made in the Philippines or somewhere else, they have just one lining of lace that holds the glove together. So this holds the palm together. This like stabilizes the palm. If you don't believe me, just look up any glove brand like Tamawaza, look them up on Instagram, look up War Pegasus, look up Jun-Kei, look up Zeems, like look up Asics. They were a Japanese brand that made some gloves. Look up Kubota Slugger. Look up these brands on Instagram, and you will clearly see that a lot of them come with just a double-laced palm. Over there, it's like completely normal. Over here, it's not. So if we use it, it's like, oh, that's got a double-laced palm. That's like a bonus. So that's like one thing we used to do. So like we used to put this here, and that was, I guess, kind of the normal because we wanted our gloves to last long. I guess we stopped doing that. I will say I've noticed a few, not many, but I've noticed like a few Heart of the Hides with them. And yeah, I don't exactly know if they were like made with Japanese influence or if they were just made for a USA market. So whether or not that was true, I don't know. But I will say I've seen a few Heart of the Hides, but apparently back in the day we used to do this like all the time. Okay, for a second I thought my screen was glitching. And then this it claims to be a Japanese glove, but it doesn't have this, and it doesn't have what we're going to talk about next. So this is going to be extremely hard to explain to people who have no idea about this, because I can't show you, because I wish I had a glove like this, because then it would be like an amazing authentic Japanese glove. If you love gloves or just know about Japanese gloves from watching other people like Ace Loves Gloves or Ball Glove King, those people who go out and review gloves from like Japan, then you'll know what I'm talking about. So this is gonna be so weird trying to explain. This glove, this is actually a terrible idea. What am I doing? We should use this glove. This glove right here is made for USA market. There's nothing special like Japanese influence going on. There's no second lace in the palm. There's no like, we took some ideas from people over in Japan and made this glove. No, this is just a high quality, really nice glove made for a USA market and people in America buying it. Simple and easy. So if you look there, this is called welting, and it goes up between each finger. And you can see, if I can get it closer, it just all looks the same. It's just each individual finger. Well, in Japan, they make this thing called like a palm, like, I don't even know what you call it. It's like a part of the palm, and it's like a triangle. So it would be a triangle of welting that goes like that. And that's just where it gets even crazier, because like it's part of the palm. So if you're customizing a glove, like if you go to 4to4 Pro and click their Japan Select, you can customize it. And if you click blonde for the palm, that little strip also will become blonde. So it's like part of like the palm that like comes through, and it's like a little triangle that starts here and just gets smaller up there. So palm overlap. Thank you so much, sir. I knew there was a name for it, and it just did not come from me. Thank you. That comment right there, palm overlap. Thank you for commenting that, because I could not remember what it was called. I knew there was a name. It's called palm overlap. So that's what people in Japan, over in Japan, use. I would have to speak to somebody who makes gloves with that. So I can't exactly tell you what it's for. I don't know if it makes it easier or not easier. It's things like this that I want to make videos about, because no one explains what it's for. So I'm pretty sure you could just Google it, but if you're on YouTube and you're just, what is a palm overlap for? I would like to have a video, or at least a short, explaining it. So if I ever get a Japanese glove in the future, which I hope to get one in the future, that's like one of my bucket lists for gloves, is any authentic Japanese glove. I would love to get one, and then I would love to find out what a palm overlap is for. Now, another fun thing they do in Japan is they will make a glove for you to wear two in the pinky. Like, they don't want you going traditional, and they want you to break it in a special way from a Japanese master craftsman to go two in the pinky. Like, they're very specific. So to anybody that like maybe played baseball back in the day when like you just took a glove and just, it was like easy to break in, or you could break it in playing catch, or you rode over your motor vehicle, and that's how you broke it in. And you think us over in America, people that say over in America, like me, like if you think it's crazy that I say you should have two hinges depending on your position, it should close a certain way depending on your position. If you think that like we're being serious, over in Japan, it's considered art. Like, gloves over in Japan are considered art. They will tell you, I've seen websites that will say, this glove must be broken in with the Yusaki method. And then it explains how he does it. And it'll say, and if you will not do this, please send it to Matt Walden or Ball Glove King. I've seen websites like that. They are very specific on how you break it in. So that palm overlap, that triangle that would be right here, where it's just normal, where you normally see it, it will be shifted over to this finger between middle and ring. And it shows that means you have to wear it either two in the pinky, or I'm pretty sure you could slide over and go three in the pinky. Oh, we've got Long Creek Lawn Care, if I'm saying that right. Glad you could join the chat, Fire Glove. Thank you very much. But as I was saying, they'll do things like that. Or if it comes with a finger hood. Bear with me. Let me know if anybody knows what a finger pad is. You should know what a finger pad is if you have a baseball glove. So a finger pad, for those that don't know, is just a piece of leather. It's just a pad. I have gloves like it. I should have brought one. Didn't know I didn't. This Mizuno does not have one. All my other like super cheap gloves, they do have one. But what people over in Japan would do is they would either take a finger pad or a finger hood, and a finger hood is just a piece of leather sewn like this, so your finger can like slide into it and just be comfortable. It's very popular on pitcher's gloves, not very popular anywhere else. But they'll take that pad or that hood and they'll switch it over to this finger. And either the middle finger, I have not seen any over in the ring finger indicating you need to be going through in the pinky, but I'm pretty sure they exist somewhere. They'll switch it over to this finger, and it's like, oh, well, the hood is there, so I've got to now switch it over so my finger would go in the hood on this finger. They just think completely different than we think. It's crazy. Do you think an A2K is good? That's what I have right now. Yes, an A2K is great. It's like, I think it competes with the Rollings Pro Preferred. If you have it, it's great. I will just say, you can have an amazing glove, and if you break it in like really not great, it doesn't really matter how great of a glove it is. It can turn out not great. I will say, gloves like the Mizuno Hagas, they're kind of hard to mess up, and you're paying $600. People who pay $600 for a glove that drops over in Japan, very limited. They're not just gonna be like, oh yeah, I got this $600 Mizuno Haga, let me throw it under my pickup truck. You're not gonna do that. And I've never seen anyone who's not a glove like whiz that loves gloves that has a Mizuno Haga, unless it's from like way back in the day. Back in the day, like I've seen a ton of people just putting up like for 16 bucks in Nakonas. They're thousands of dollars now, but back then they were probably just like 50 bucks. So it's like a very old Nakona. A lot of people had them back then. Don't see many people with Nakonas anymore because they're like 600, 800, some get up to 1,000. So they are a specific, like in America, located in America, made for America kind of brand. And I respect that. I like that because I think we don't have a ton of like just made in America and only made in America kind of companies. So I think that's great. And I know they do well because their quality is good. Back in the day, I don't even know why I say back in the day, probably like just like a few years ago, their Edge X was not great, and it was $1,000. So when you get into like the $1,000, even if you get into $600, there's no room for like mistakes. Like you cannot make a mistake with your glove. You have to like practically be perfect because you're paying like $600. Sorry, I got a lot of notifications all of a sudden. Anyway, let me know if you can see these notifications that are popping up because I can see them, and if they are, I'm going to see if I can do something about that. If they're not a problem, I'm just going to leave it there because it's like 50 notifications from IG that just came over at once. Anyway, back to what we're saying. That is another thing. So, to wrap up, I have a few more things I do want to say, talking about what people over in Japan do differently. I will say though, so we've talked about the double ace palm, that's one. The palm overlap, that's two. And then the shifted finger pad or finger hood, that's like four. I've heard from other people that rather than having a glove with welting that goes straight across, they will make their thumb curve down a bit. Because, and this is, I think, only an outfield. It's not an infield. Because they want it to go thumb to pinky. So this glove obviously doesn't do that. But it still goes dang near thumb to pinky. If I want it to go thumb to pinky, I can make it. But if I'm just being casual and I'm just closing it, it goes between thumb and, that's not true. It goes between pinky and ring, is what I wanted to say. But over in Japan, they'll like take this thumb, apparently, and like angle it down more. So the binding will go like this. Some gloves like War Pegasus are extreme. I think Kubota Slugger, theirs is like super extreme. You're in school right now. Okay. I didn't tell him to say that, but okay. My point is though, I don't know why they do that other than to get it to go thumb to pinky. I've heard from people over in America that that's what they do. I can't say for a fact whether or not that's their intentions, but I don't exactly see why else they would do it. Now, if you're getting an infield glove, I'm pretty sure the welting is probably just straight. Also, some thumbs will have just one piece of welting right there. Others, like this Mizuno, will have two right there. I do not think that is more Japanese influence on this thing. I think, because I've seen them on other gloves, like Rollins Heart of the Hides. I've seen certain gloves that are, I know for a fact, not Japanese gloves, have like 2 pieces of welting there. Double welting is a thing on American gloves, especially on customizers. Like 44 Pro does double welting on a lot of their gloves. I know Rico, I think, does double welting. So there is a glove brand that reminds me that's fully just custom glove brand, like 44 Pro Rico, that I have not seen anywhere in the world. I'm not gonna even tell you the name because I don't even know anything about it yet. My hope is to get that one day and make a video about it because I've never seen anyone with it. I stumbled across it when I was like 12 years old and did not know what to think of it, and then refound it again. So that's hopefully a video in the future. But that is another thing that people over in Japan do differently. And I think this should be our last thing for the live stream. This is a fully closed web. It's a closed back web is what they call it. This is also a closed back web, but this is just the classic basket web. All budget gloves that are like 60 and under are gonna have it guaranteed automatically. You go to Walmart, they're all gonna have that. And then you get Rawlings Player Series that are made of rubber that are like 20 bucks and they have an eye web. It makes no sense, but the reason all of these have it is because it's the most durable web. If you put an eye web on the Walmart Rawlings I have, it would have ripped a long time ago. I can guarantee you that. So that is why we put it on gloves over in America. But if you get, we'll say more like advanced to high school, Heart of the Hides, A2000s, those kinds of gloves, even like A1000s and like A950s, I think have different webs. It's because you don't need to do that anymore. Like, it's not cheap anymore. So they think this is considered only a pitcher's web. If you use it in the infield, you're doing something wrong. But over in Japan, this was made for infield. I don't want to speak on terms for this specific glove, but there is another Yabai LOC that made his specifically for infield. You can use this. Yes, you can use this as a pitcher's glove. I don't know how well it would suit you. This you can use as a pitcher's glove. Yabai LOC is like 11.5, 11.75. I don't exactly know. I just know that you might be able to use it in the infield. Not infield. For pitcher, but this you certainly can, because this is a 12-inch. So I think this is not made for infield, because it's just bigger. And it does not play like an infield glove. If you go traditional, it feels awkward, it doesn't feel right. You go 2 in the pinky, it feels better, like it was naturally made to do that, but then it becomes too deep. I actually have a baseball here that I can show you with. If I go 2 in the pinky, and I just throw the ball in, it like completely swallows it. Like you can barely see it. Not ideal for infield. If I go traditional, it's very weird. Like it's hard to hit the pocket. So still swallows it, and then other times I'll like miss, and it's like wide open like that. That's actually what you want in the infield. So again, I don't know. It's really weird. What are we talking about? I mean, I've talked about a lot of things. Clarify, if you can, what you want to know, because I've actually said a ton of things. When this live stream ends and uploads, you could probably just go back and watch it. But just let me know, because as of now, we're talking about the differences between a Japanese style glove and gloves made for an American market. And not even just Japanese style, like gloves made specifically over in Japan that like aren't meant for Americans to buy them, but Americans still can if you get your hands on one. And that's sadly through eBay. I did find something interesting on eBay, and it was like cheap Japanese Rawlings. So again, these are all gloves I would love to get in the future. So I'm hoping to get those in the future, because it's crazy the gloves I found that I'm like, man, if I could make a video about this, that'd be great, because no one really knows about them. Hi from Denmark. Oh, hello, sir. Wow, over in Denmark. Thank you for joining the live stream. But yeah, that's about everything I have to say. Again, if you're new and you were not here originally, I'm just going to go over everything just real quick. The 2 announcements I had, and that is I've finally started the second channel. So the second channel is up. A video is going to be coming, and shorts are going to be coming. Still going to post on my original channel. And the reason I've spent so long without uploading is just because I caught no illness. I got sick for a while, so could not upload throughout that time. I've recovered, just for anyone wondering. So now I can, that's why I'm making this live stream. And I made it just because I felt like it would take too long to make a long form video. Was able to make a live stream and just catch up with everything. So I'm hoping to start making content as quick as possible, since I've been away for a long time. if you didn't know, I am on Instagram, so you can follow me there. I have it linked in the description of my channel. But that is about everything for this live stream. Before I go, ask questions if you want, because there's really not much else to do with this live stream, and it still took like 35 minutes is what it's reading here. What grade you're in? I am in 11th, going to be going into 12th when I finish 11th, so yeah. A lot of people don't believe me, and that's just because I'm homeschooled and I started a year early. It kind of confuses me sometimes. When every time, anyone, whether it was at baseball or I was just leaving the house and someone asked, what grade are you in? I tell them, oh, I'm in 10th, when I should have been in like 9th. Oh, I'm in 11th. Oh, I'm in this, I'm in that. They're always like, you're not. I'm like, yeah, and I'm 14 or I'm 13 as well back then. They're like, no, you are not. I naturally look a lot younger. Anyway, so that is the grade I'm in. If we have any more questions, leave them in the chat before I end this live stream, just in case you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer them because I'm slowly getting into the more professional glove work, but I've watched so many videos that I do have some knowledge even though I don't own the glove. But other than that, there is really not much else to go about with this live stream. That is mainly why I made the live stream, and like I said, that was the topic. I made it to announce why I had stopped uploading for so long, but like I said, I want a topic for my live stream so I can make a thumbnail and a title rather than just, there's like nothing to call it if I just yap a ton. So baseball is starting for you. Congratulations. I will wish you the best as you start. So that's good. Baseball doesn't start for me in a bit. But anyway, thank you to everyone who joined the live stream. Take care and God bless.